Joining us here in Los Angeles is Mitchell Schwartz. He worked on Bill Clinton's campaign in New Hampshire. He also ran Barack Obama's California campaign in 2007. Also, James Lacy, a Trump supporter and author of Taxifornia. Okay, thanks for being with us. Let's pick up on that last point that Jim Acosta made in his piece about, this talk out there that Trump was somehow angry or unhappy because Pence didn't defend him. He felt upstaged, and that's kind of why he was going out on the campaign today saying he did a good job, but it's all because of me. Jim.
Well, I mean, who cares? I mean, this is really devolving the debate to focus on these personal issues. I mean, we're in a situation where we have real problems. We've got terrific problems with national security. We've got problems with immigration. We've got problems with being taxes too high. We've got problems with unemployment. I mean, really, who cares to speculate on that? I think that, unfortunately, Donald Trump is in a situation where he's running against not only the Democratic Party, but he's running against media that wants to popularize and sensationalize the obscure and unnecessary.
Mitch, obscure and unnecessary?
Here's what I would say. I think Mike Pence showed the Republicans what a true candidate looks like. Somebody who could talk about the issues in a serious way, in a conservative way. I disagreed with a lot that Mr. Pence said, but he was smart. He was thoughtful. He knew the issues. Compare that with Donald Trump, who can't get up and just talk about the issues. We saw that in the first debate. We're going to see that on Sunday. When it comes to actually talking about substance, he can't do it.
I mean, there were a lot of people who tuned in and thought, if they didn't know any better, well, that Mike Pence guy, he's pretty good. I wonder who his running mate is going to be.
Well, no, Mike Pence looked absolutely terrific, and he's done a fabulous job as the governor of Indiana. He's used the Reagan-type policies of low regulations and trying to encourage businesses to create employment, and he's done a great job. I think he's got a $2 billion budget surplus. That's exactly the type of thinking that can help Donald Trump. But Donald Trump is the man who chose
well, we know that.
this vice presidential candidate, and he obviously made a very good decision.
We heard a lot about that today. Okay, let's move on to the Democrats and Hillary Clinton, because she was out on the campaign trail. She's now hunkering down, getting ready for the debate. But before that, she was praising Tim Kaine for the job that he did.
I thought Tim did a great job, and every time he tried to push Mike Pence to defend what Donald Trump has said and done, Pence just bobbed and weaved, tried to get out of the way, because after all, trying to defend Donald Trump is an impossible task.
And Mitchell, to your point that, Pence had a very good stylistic debate, Kaine's job is to go out there and remind voters of some of the things that Donald Trump has said about women, about Mexicans, about President Obama. He may not have won the debate, but he did his job.
Yeah, Kaine, in some people's mind, and in my mind too, may not have done as good as he could have done because he just kept interrupting. It was obnoxious and it was rude. Having said that, he repeatedly brought up Trump's positions to Mr. Pence, to his running mate, and Mike Pence, what he did was pivot off them. Never tried to defend them, never tried to answer them, pivoted off.
He pivoted to issues.
But
when they want to talk about Donald Trump's tax return, what he did was talk about how taxes are too high and how tax policy has to be reformed.
Right, and that may be good in that, yes, he could pivot away from something, but he didn't answer the questions. He didn't say what, he didn't defend Mr. Trump on what he's doing. And Trump is the top of the ticket. Now, if Pence was the top of the ticket, that would be one thing. But Trump is the top of the ticket, and Mr. Pence did not explain why Trump said what he said, did not defend what Trump said what he said.
Yeah, I think that the interest that your side has in trying to get answers to inconsequential questions about Donald Trump's personality or what somebody may think he said or didn't say is completely off the wall.
But should we know?
Because at this point in the campaign, where we have 34 days to the election,
thank God.
we ought to understand what the candidates' positions are on ISIS, what the candidates' positions are on Obamacare, what the candidates' positions are on the economic recovery, what the candidates' positions are on the fact that our middle class is hurting and that our middle class is not thriving. Those are the types of issues, and that's what Pence talked about,
okay.
and it's what Donald Trump talked about today in
Well,
Nevada.
you're not going to like this next bit, because you'll see this as being inconsequential, because two videos have emerged today showing Donald Trump photographing Playboy models that were fully clothed back in 1994. Take a look.
And you want to be 40th anniversary playmate.
Good. And what qualifications would you say you have?
I believe that it's not just beauty. I think it's an attitude. I think it has a lot to do with personality and an attitude. I think Playboy really represents that. And I believe that I have that. I have what it takes to represent them.
Well, I think you have what it takes, too. And I think everyone in this room thinks you have what it takes also.
Okay, now other scenes without Trump, the women are naked, they're in sexually explicit poses. Jim, to you, Trump isn't doing well with women, 62% unfavorables.
Look,
this will not help, will it?
Okay, look, this is 22 years ago, okay? It has absolutely no relevance to the election today. But if you want to talk about women, let's talk about Hillary Clinton and women. Let's talk about the fact that Hillary Clinton, when she was in the State Department, took millions and millions of dollars into the Clinton Foundation from Arabian countries that discriminate against women, that don't allow women to vote, that discriminate against homosexuals, that will stone homosexuals, to condemn them to death, that do not give women, that treat women like property. Okay, now this is Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton is a hypocrite as a woman's advocate because you have a situation where she's proven as the Secretary of State that she's willing to basically take advantage of that position to be able to help her own foundation. So is that a good women's policy? I don't think it's a very good women's policy.
Yeah, I don't remember her taking any money as Secretary of State for the foundation, so I'm not sure what you're referring to. But Donald Trump has repeatedly put down women. He objectifies women. They're sex objects to him. His own daughter, he talked about dating his own daughter. At 3 o'clock the other day, he gets up and just starts tweeting about this woman, talk about 22 years ago, this woman, the Miss Universe.
Yeah.
He can't help himself. He was making fun of Carly Fiorina's face.
Yeah,
and this is a Republican candidate.
The Inspector General of the State Department and the Associated Press have done many, many reviews of the State Department under Hillary Clinton, and it's true that over half of the meetings that she had with private citizens while she was the Secretary of State were people who were donors. It's clear that the Clinton Foundation tried to use her staff to get diplomatic passports for Clinton Foundation donors so that they could go through the lines quicker when they went on international travel. It's a fact that Saudi Arabia, Qatar, country after country that discriminates against women, that don't give women the right to vote, that treat women like cattle.
So by the way,
these countries have given millions to the Clinton Foundation while she was Secretary of State.
So speaking of Saudi Arabia, do you think that they should have nuclear weapons like Donald Trump thinks they should have?
He doesn't think that, and it's a lie to say that.
What did he say? What did he say about Saudi Arabia?
No, that's absolutely not the case.
I asked people to look it up.
It's inappropriate to keep raising.
Okay, we'll go to the videotape on that one. But again, this is where this campaign has sort of got into the he said, she said kind of part. And as you say, we are 32 days away, and there are some serious issues to discuss. But we do seem to be bogged down in who said what and when. But thank you very much, guys, for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thank you.